Hello everyone and welcome back for my second character speculation video. We've got a lot of information about SoulCalibur VI at E3 2 weeks ago. We saw some screenshots of the new story mode and this was very interesting because it gave us some hints about the last unrevealed characters. So that's why I decided to do this quick video about them. In the first part, I will talk about what SoulCalibur VI seems to cover in the timeline, and I will focus on that screen with those mysterious blurred character names. In the second part of my video, I will talk about the new versus character screen select, analyzing it with the rivals theory. Finally, I will conclude and give you a final guess. You want to know who is still hidden in this SoulCalibur? Let's start now. SoulCalibur VI seems to cover multiple events around SoulCalibur I, starting after the end of Soulblade in 1583, when Siegfried takes the evil sword Soul Edge and becomes Nightmare. Then it covers the time before SoulCalibur I, with the incident of Kilik because of the evil seed. After that, it covers the SoulCalibur I events in 1586, when the final battle opposed Gyangwa Kilik versus Nightmare and Inferno. It also covers the time right after, in 1587, when Siegfried returns from the other dimension free of Soul Edge control, and tried to seal Soul Edge but fails and eventually becomes Nightmare again in 1588. This is also confirmed in-game with his Dark Legacy mechanics letting him access to some of Nightmare's moves. Regarding the story mode screen, it seems that there is only one character's story mode from 1589 to 1590 during the SoulCalibur II and SoulCalibur III period. This is the actual story mode screenshot. As you can see, there is several blurred names. In the top of the screen you have the main storyline battles, and for each character you have also some personal battles. 20 characters are listed and unrevealed names are blurred. So here is my main theory analyzing the story mode screenshot. This one has been done by using the same font to match the blurred text. The most convincing part of it is the three names below Ivy: Cervantes, Lizardman and Astaroth. Close to Ivy, we know that Cervantes comes back to life after SoulCalibur I and seems to have one connecting event with Ivy. Lizardman and Astaroth form a group with Nightmare in the middle of SoulCalibur I timeline. We also did see them in some of the story art screenshots. The only problem for me is Talim. She is 15 in SoulCalibur II in 1589, so the dots in 1583 will make her 9. This row is probably for another character, but we will talk about this later. Few days later, we got from Famitsu another screenshot where we can read that Sophitia is fighting her husband Rotion in a personal story battle. Unless Rotion is an unrevealed character, this confirms a lot of returning characters like in SoulCalibur III, but based with the creation mode. More importantly, we can see other characters' names that were hidden in the first screen. By analyzing their names and dots in the timeline, we can put Voldo below Yoshimitsu's name, because he had a short rivalry with him. Below him there is a 4-letter name who has dot in SoulCalibur II ending or SoulCalibur III beginning timeline, which could be Tira. Below Sophitia, both length and alphabetical order seems to indicate Talim, but I'm not sure about it. She still might be too young unless they change her birth date. In this other theory, Rock is suggested to be the first blurred name. He also fits better on the timeline, but based on what I heard about rumors and leaks, this could also be for Wong, because he is defeated by Maxi and his crew in SoulCalibur I timeline. It would also correspond better in the alphabetical order, but the length of the name might be a little too long. The two blurred text after Ivy seems to have two words, so we can suggest to Young-soon and Seungmina. Both timeline in SoulCalibur 1 and before SoulCalibur 2 could fit. In that theory, Lizardman will be a creation character that will explain why Verjeben leaked him without confirming his moveset. Before going on my final roster, I also tried to analyze the character screen slots. If you pay attention to it, characters are aligned, face a rival for each side, and grouped by relationships. You can also see in the trailer Siegfried vs Nightmare, Kilik vs Gro, Mitsurugi vs Taki, and Xianghua vs Ivy. So we can safely confirm that Astaroth is facing Maxi and grouped with Nightmare in the right part of the character screen. Also, we can put Voldo below Ivy, where he can face Yoshimitsu in the other side. The right top corner slot will go for Tira, because she will be close to Nightmare. In the other side, we may have Talim. Below Voldo, you could put Lizardman facing Rock at the other side. In the center slot, I think it's for Gro's father, who I think is a kind of edge master. He is linked to be one of the boss and he will fit between the rivalry of Kilik and Gro. Cervantes will be just close to Taki, who killed him in Soul Edge. The last three slots that appeared in the latest build of the game were leaked as characters that are not relevant to the story mode. If we go for the main theory, with Cervantes and Lizardman in the story mode, these last slots will be for Seungmina, Wang or Yeonsung, and for the last slot, Cassandra or Raphael. But if we assume the other theory, with Seungmina and Young-soon playable in the story mode, it would free one slot if Lizardman is not playable. So it could be Cervantes in this extra slot, which is supposed to be dead in SoulCalibur 1 timeline, Cassandra and Raphael. If we put all of this together and return to the story mode screen, this is probably the most accurate thing I can suggest. The green names are pretty sure, while I can't be confident enough for the yellow one. Rock fits the best for the first blurred name, but I'm not totally sure for Talim being below Sophitia's name. The rest seems pretty solid. So finally we can safely say that Astaroth, Voldo, Tira, Talim are pretty sure to be the next revealed character, and we can have more hopes for Rock. Lizardman and Cervantes will probably be in. Cervantes for sure for his popularity, but not necessarily in the story mode if we consider that Seungmina and Yoon-soon are the two word names that were blurred. Even considering the main theory, I'm pretty sure that Seungmina is still in. I still can't say if Wang or Yoon-soon will be in. It will be very surprising if they both make it. As for Cassandra, she is linked to be in the game, but I think she will not have a storyline. No blurred text seems to match. For the DLC characters, it's probably Setsuka and Hild for sure, due to their popularity and incompatibility with the timeline. Finally, as for Raphael, sadly I didn't get any rumors on him. Maybe he could fit the Cervantes storyline role, or maybe at least he will be a DLC character. In conclusion, I will keep my main theory, but I really like my second one, and I will be pleased if it matches. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed all those information and analysis. The only good surprise for me is that we could probably see a SoulCalibur 1 character returning like Rock or Wang. If you liked this video and would like to see other, please like, share and subscribe to my channel to support me. I wanna let you know that I will be testing the SoulCalibur VI new build at Namco this Wednesday during one whole day, with Kayane and 2 other French players. After that, I plan to release a lot of quick breakdown videos. Feel free to use the comment section to tell me what you think about all those theories. I hope we will get a new character reveal this Thursday. In the meantime, take care of yourself, my friends, and see you next time.